We'll go in 5, 4, 3. Welcome everybody to episode number 5 of the Super Hype Train. We are here to talk about South Park, the fractured butthole, before it gets banned.
My butthole today.
Yes, we're talking about Josh's butthole again.
Welcome.
Gives a whole new meaning to the Pokecast again, doesn't it? This is Wilco. I am joined tonight by, let's start with our very, very special guest. We have Brendan
come
White.
on now.
He is here, the not-so-humble host of another podcast. He's here.
I'm very humble today. Humble to be here.
No,
It's
very
a
much.
pleasure to be here on the Super Hype Train.
Yes, it's been too long in the making. We have him here because he did go to E3 and he did get to play this lovely game, so his expert opinions are definitely needed.
I even played Mario plus Rabbids last week that you talked about too.
Yeah, did we cover it very well, or you didn't listen to it?
You didn't. You did all right. You did all right. It could have been better, but you did all right given the source material.
That's okay. That's a solid.
It's good, isn't it? It's good.
That's a good solid 3 stars on an iTunes review. I'm happy with that.
That's a pass.
It's because it was missing an 8-bit post
Oh,
last week.
It was missing a lot. Don't worry. We have that is Benny. How you going, Benny?
Good man, how you doing?
Oh, couldn't be better. Couldn't be better.
I'm
We had-
excited. I love South Park. I'm looking forward to talking about this stuff.
Oh, look, I won't be able to shut you guys up, which is great. I cannot wait. We have the 2 sexy lads from over the other side of the world, or at least the other side of Australia. We've got the couple of NPCs, Alex and Andrew. How you going, mate?
Where?
Did you guys move? Did you guys move again?
No. I keep him in my little dungeon downstairs.
Is there in jokes that I don't understand then about the over the other side of Australia?
I don't know where they are. They're just anywhere but here. If you're not in Queensland, you're not really living.
Oh, wow.
Queenslander.
That's it.
I see how this is.
That wasn't even the Queenslander saying it.
How are you
He's a
boys
traitor.
anyway?
We're good, man. We're good. We just finished recording our podcast. And, yeah,
What
just
was the special?
Still overflowing with energy. Still
What
got
was
that coffee
tonight's
flowing
podcast
through my
about?
veins. Sorry?
What was tonight's podcast all about?
Video games.
That's it. Just random. Okay, fair enough. That's
we
pretty
just talk about whatever's happening.
okay.
Fidget spinners.
No, that was last week.
Oh no. Okay, Joshy, welcome to the chat. How you going, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, that's about standard.
Smashing a coffee at the moment because I don't have much energy.
And we're missing your poster from behind you. What's going on? When are you going to
It
get?
fell down. I need more blue tack.
What's the poster usually of?
Sexy Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. Yes. Is it with the ripped shirt from Jurassic Park where he's sort of
Yep,
lying?
that's the one. He's like,
I'm going to start watching the VODs instead of just listening on the podcast. So
That's
Yes.
it. We have all kinds of special things if you do watch that. So, as I said, look, we are talking about the South Park's new, the fractured butthole. It's been a long time in the making. We're talking about this thing was supposed to be out last year or early this year, I believe it was. So
both times.
Both,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Which
December
is-
last year, Q1 this year, and now October 17, I think.
Was it, it was a December title, wasn't it? So this is pretty much the same as the Stick of Truth as well. It had lots of delays before it finally came out. So
Yeah, Stick of Truth was a different story though, because it was originally being done by
It was,
THQ.
Yep.
I think it was.
Yep.
And then they went down.
And then they went under, and Ubisoft bought the license and finished the game off with Obsidian.
Yep.
So yeah, the delays this time, obviously, I'm not entirely sure what the reason for the delays were.
Because
Maybe
it's Ubisoft.
Well, Ubisoft, but I think it was also Matt and Trey getting distracted and doing something else again.
They just don't care anymore. That's the problem.
Yeah.
No, that's it. See, it was just forgotten about at the end of last year too. It was sort of, is it coming out? And then it was March, and then it was, well, oh, hold on, it's not actually coming out anymore. And they delayed it like almost after it was supposed to come out. So this is where we're at. October 17th this year, we will see the the fractured butthole finally release. It is made by you.
Crossed.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm sensing a theme. Stick of Truth in the fractured butthole.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good.
You're a sick man.
We're trying to go past all the sexual jokes tonight, but it's not going to work, so just bear with us.
no, I won't.
So Ubisoft San Francisco is behind this, with obviously Ubisoft, as we mentioned, publishing it. I love these wiki descriptions of these things. The Fractured Butthole is an upcoming role-playing video game developed by Ubisoft in collaboration with South Park Digital Studios. Wow. It's obviously coming to all consoles.
I know that's got me moist already.
That is. Yeah, so this one's going to be set in a superhero world. So let's just step back a bit to the stick of truth. Let's start with you boys. You played it, I think, recently.
Yeah, I played Stick of Truth.
Did Alex? Did you get through it recently or not?
Yeah, I got a couple of hours in like a couple of months ago.
I smashed it when it first came out. I couldn't put it down, so fuck you.
So this was the typical fantasy style, obviously RPG set in the South Park world. So, how many hours did you actually sink into it? You obviously loved it a lot. Played it a few times or once.
I lost track of time playing that game.
Yeah.
So it's so good, like so many references and because I'm a big sucker for like rogue characters in fantasy settings.
Yep.
And I just stack up bleed damage and
Oh,
my
so
God,
you
so
played
good.
the Jew.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
We're talking South Park, people.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
know. Right. I don't even know what the Jew does. So. But yeah, no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's so good.
He snakes gold.
So,
Far out.
Benny, give us your history with the Stick of Truth itself and what you thought of it.
When it first came out, I was trying to get a copy from NZ because of the censorship in
Yes.
Australia.
We will get onto
But
that in
then-
a sec.
Which, yeah, it's just the Stick of Truth censorship. But what they were censoring was just a couple of mini games, so it didn't really affect a hell of a lot of the game.
Yep.
And the way they censored it was actually quite funny, so I didn't mind ended up getting the Australian version.
Yep.
The crying koala.
The crying koala with the didgeridoo sound effect and the text explaining what's going on to the new kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It was one of those games where you start playing and you look at the clock. It's like, oh shit, 6 hours later, where'd the time go?
Yeah, that does happen.
You're running around, picking up chin Pokemons and farting on people. It's just awesome. I loved it. It was great.
How good was the abortion clinic?
Oh, that was so fucked.
It's so good.
So,
Shut up, you didn't even know.
so Brendan, what's
love
your
that.
experiences with the Stick of Truth?
I played it pretty substantially when it came out. What was it, 2014 or
14,
15?
yeah.
I think, like
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah.
Played the hell out of it on the old Xbox and loved it. I luckily got an uncensored version, so I got to see the probes into Randy that you're controlling to do the big anal probe, and it was fucking hilarious. I just loved it because it sort of was just their retelling of the Lord of the Rings. You know, it was heavily playing off that Lord of the Rings Tolkien universe, and yeah, anything from that I'm a sucker for. And I've been a nut for South Park since, Jesus, how old would I have been when it first came out? Maybe 8?
30?
8 or 9? Ha 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 ha. Yeah,
Made
and
me
I,
feel old. It was 14 when I was 14 when it came out. Christ.
You know, I was hoping he's going to say something around that too, but no. Okay. Yeah.
how long? When did it come out? Now was it
First
99?
episode was 97.
97.
20.
Start
Holy
of
fuck! So I was 10.
There
Okay,
you
I was
go.
10. Yeah, and
So 97,
Yeah,
I was
remember
17, but we won't go there.
I remember watching it on SBS and just laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Man, kids be a dildo.
Now, Josh, do you have a lot of experience with the Stick of Truth?
I've watched. I haven't actually played it, but I've watched a heap of Let's Plays on it.
Okay.
So I've pretty much seen everything that it has to offer. Main reason why I didn't play it is because I didn't want to buy the censored version,
Yep.
and I wanted to probe Randy's asshole.
But you missed out on the didgeridoo koala.
I did. I've seen the videos of that too, so I didn't really miss
Oh,
out.
okay,
on
well
it.
then never mind.
So, yeah.
Gotta love YouTube. Now, look, I'm here just for the shits and giggles tonight. I haven't actually played it. I have it in my Steam library, and I've probably had it there since Steam sale, whatever, 3 years ago. I've got to play it one day soon, so I can't give you any expert knowledge, but it does sound like a game that I really do want to play because I own it. So,
It's like playing a giant episode of South Park.
That's
it
the
is.
broadest statement I've ever heard.
It's
It's a game I
typical,
want to play because I own it.
but it is. It's one of those stupid Steam sales where I buy everything and think this is going to be awesome, and yeah, I just don't get time. I don't have time for
Like,
it. That long a game.
I own No Man's Sky, but I never want to play that again.
Oh God, no.
I'm going to play that again soon, just to
Nobody
shut
does.
everyone up.
Nah.
That was. I got 50 hours into that. It's all good. Wow.
You best mate
Wow.
Celine.
Yeah.
How'd you get past 50 seconds?
I
Well,
got
I
like
did.
5 hours in. They got the shits because I couldn't refund it.
I'm sure you could have at that stage. Let's have a look. The game, obviously, we mentioned it got censored, the first one. You get it censored in a couple different countries, though, as well. The Europe had an issue with it as well.
Europe had one,
Germany.
yeah.
Germany's the other country that always
Yeah.
gets censorship. Yeah.
Okay. And they obviously had a different window as well to cover it up, or different animation over
Yes.
the top. So,
I can't see why to get censored in Germany. I mean, they only had Nazi-aborted fetuses, so...
But we have like the most dangerous animals on the planet, so
that's it.
it's like the more dangerous the country, the more censored we are. It's like we have to have a certain level of danger and stuff. And we're already up here. We've met our quota through animals, so we can't have South Park.
No. We're gonna
I didn't know where you were going with that.
No, we let him go most of the time. We just do. So,
Just to see
That's
what
one.
happens.
Just a little bit of NPC
I-
exposition.
I don't think Whip's even watching tonight to get all the Frozen references, but I'll make him watch it later on. Now, we're going to do this episode a little bit later because this isn't out till October 17th, but obviously there's a big topic that came up about a couple of weeks ago. Now, Brendan, you've played the game,
Yes.
and
I have.
obviously at E3 they showed a particular scene that they thought would probably be fairly topical. Is that the only part
There
you got
w-
to play of it? The lap dance scene?
Yeah, I played. It was about a half an hour playthrough, and you start as the new kid. You know, you're nameless in the game again, and you partnered up with this guy called Captain Diabetes, and you got to go to this strip club because you've already been given this precursor that you got to get this quest line from there. There's this informant in the strip club, and you roll on in, but you got to try and get your way past the DJ to get in, and you spike him with all this horrible alcohol, and there's a heap of fetch questing and stuff as far as getting items in the inventory to build this concoction to knock him out. But yeah, there's this part where these two like drunk sort of stripper patrons in there, and obviously you're in this disguise of sort of being a stripper, and you take him in the back and you're giving him a lap dance, and you can fart on them as you do this, you know, as you would in a South Park game. You can sort of grind up on them and then just fart all over them because kids are funny apparently. And yeah, but then they find out that you're 10-year-old boys, and instead of them being disgusted and like run away, they're like, all right, let's fight then. And then they try and beat you up. It's just like, it's
You won't get
fucking-
away with this, Captain Diabetes.
It's so bizarre, but like it fits right into the South Park mold. Like, I think the most awkward thing for me, because I was at in the Ubisoft booth, and they've got like your handler beside you to watch that you're doing the right thing and giving you tips. And it was a lady that was showing me through it, and because this whole thing, it was just running down females like strippers are dirty, they're fat, they're ugly, they're scum, and you sort of all these little, you know, South Park based jokes, and she's just like, yeah, like it was so
Yeah.
fucking awkward as I played this game, and I'm sort of laughing at a few things, then I'm like, I can't laugh, I gotta be straight, this is disgusting game, this is horrible behavior. And then
Did she seem like she was a South Park fan at all, or nah?
I don't think so, and it's hard with a lot of these booth tours and things like that, where the handlers they have on the games, a lot of them, not all of them are big gamers, or not all of them are fans of the source material, and it was pretty sort of obvious that she wasn't with South Park, which sucked because I had to hold back on a few giggles and things like that, you know, when they're throwing that South Park humor and all that crudeness and smuttiness but it was great. And then it expanded into the new combat system, which I guess we might talk about later. I probably should have had a look at the agenda.
We'll get there. It's not
Just
very
to
good.
make sure
agenda.
I'm not moving anything.
No. It's all good. We're just talking about...
I'm looking at it now.
Okay. We're just basically going to decide whether this game's going to make it out in the the way it's intended to by Ubisoft, or are we going to get a censored version again, or
I
we
think
can,
we
not
know
going
the
to get it
answer
at
to
all?
that.
No, I think it's going to make it through. I think
You
it's
do?
going to make it through. I think the fact that they've shown that at E3, which is the biggest gaming convention, and streamed it worldwide to people that have Twitch accounts or that are viewers that are kids anyway, I think the fact that they've led off with that, they've no doubt probably gone to the classification board already and got the pseudo rubber stamp that this is going to be okay for the most part. I could be wrong, but it just makes sense they wouldn't showcase that as the flagship scene at their latest unveiling if it was going to get nipped in the bud.
I still get the feeling that Australia's going to censor it, just like the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sort of half think because you're actually playing using actual game mechanics to do it, they probably will. But yeah, like the fact that they've led with it straight up, they're giving so much attention to it straight. They're basically trying to soften down the review board's sort of understanding of it already. It's not going to be a shock thing last minute. Can we try and sneak this through? And then that gets just banned on shock value alone.
Yeah. And you got to remember too, we didn't have an R18 classification when Stick of Truth first came out. So now we do. So maybe it's a bit of a stronger possibility to get through the net.
But when it comes to games, I don't feel like people take the classification seriously anyway, and there's going to be problems with it.
Nah.
Yeah. Like people, there'll be an uproar about it. You know, there'll be an angry post on Facebook of some mum. I saw my 10-year-old son grinding on an adult in a video game. Fuck you, Ubisoft, and stuff.
And he was farting. I did not teach him that vulgar behavior.
Well, similar thing happened with the game that you're famously a part of too, Far Cry 5. You're the main protagonist, right? So they wanted to, obviously they did a Facebook post to bring that one down as well. So Ubisoft's not having a very good year as far as that goes.
It's
Now,
just internet culture. It
I
sucks.
love it.
Yeah.
There's always someone getting angry about something somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
I'm angry right now because my orange juice is nearly done. I'm
I
going to
know.
go put an angry blog up.
That's okay. You do that. Now,
That Maximus bottle wasn't big enough.
now, Benny, what's your thoughts on this whole situation that's coming up about the grinding?
The grinding thing, look, honestly, for me, it doesn't bother me at all. I really
No.
don't give a fuck.
Actually,
but-
just quickly, everyone in this room doesn't think it should be banned or censored at all, obviously.
No.
Because we're reasonable adults that know what we're talking about. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah, so at the end of the day, we all think there's nothing wrong. It's South Park's humor to a T. You watch any of the episodes of South Park, that's fucking South Park.
yep.
If anyone's picking this game up, that's exactly what they're going to expect is South Park and South Park style humor.
Cool.
So from that perspective, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. The problem, and it was actually when the whole controversy discussion came up. I think it was actually you, Josh, that posted it in our little message group about the video where they're saying that news.com.au and all this sort of stuff
Ah,
saying
yeah,
it's
that
going to
was
get
me.
banned, blah blah blah.
Fake news.
Yeah, fake news. I didn't think I was against it, and then I think it was actually you, Pete, that said, the whole child porn side of things. And I never considered it because I don't have kids,
No.
and a lot of us don't have kids because we're reasonably young and all that sort of stuff. So,
Kids are
but-
dumb.
They are.
Yeah.
I tell you that right now.
and he's the father. But that's the thing. That's something I, as a consenting adult, would not have thought of because I don't have kids.
Yeah.
And you're playing as a child that's essentially grinding on a gentleman and pretending to be a stripper, and controlling his gyration. So maybe that's the one thing that will come up against the review board because it essentially is a form of child porn, even though it's not really because it's South Park.
Exactly.
But
So
I don't want it to, but I've got to. Since you brought that point up, and the more and more I think about it, I'm thinking, yeah, they're going to catch this. Especially with, and Brendan brought up the point. They showed it on their flagship show at E3. It's getting worldwide press and attention. That means more and more people are going to see it, so that the censor board is going to be more aware of it going into reviewing it for censorship.
yeah, the only reason
More chances now of it being.
the only reason I'm concerned massively for it is the PSP game that came out last year or early this year, Japanese anime one, where you actually had to touch younger girls, and Australia just said no, and it was purely for that reason of underage sex, and that was
Yeah,
They-
but that's different. It's just different context again.
Yeah, I know, but
that,
that's-
that one literally was for the purpose of
Being creepy as fuck.
being Japanese. Yeah.
super fucking creepy. Japanese anime. Some of the shit they do in Japanese anime is pretty fucking creepy as well as it is anyway.
That's the only sort of comparison that we've sort of got, because the only ones that ever
Yeah.
get banned since we had R18 is things along those lines. So we'll see.
Yeah, so
anyway,
anything that's got something to do with rape or drugs that are beneficial to you, and I guess, well, the child porn or child molestation sort of issue, which I can kind of understand, but at the same time, it's an R18 classification.
Exactly.
so
people make up their own
it shouldn't
minds.
be sold to people that are under 18.
Let's talk about the actual game itself, though, which is what we're here to do, rather than give light to this sad topic that we're going to have. So who here's excited? Let's start with Josh. We'll get the bad stuff out of the way first. Josh, you excited about the fractured butthole? Or
Oh,
getting
yeah,
a fractured
definitely
butthole, either one?
Yes, yes, both of them. I'm definitely excited for it. I really hope that it does get through without being modified. But yeah,
Okay, couple of
Unfortunately,
MTC
you
boys.
can't
How much are you looking forward to this? Streaming
Okay.
for a week or what?
Fuck yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, buddy.
I love Stick of Truth. I love South Park,
Yep.
and it's now a tactics game.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yes, we discovered this last week. Your love for tactics
Yeah.
games. So
I love it so much. And superheroes. So
And
It's
superheroes.
like everything I love into one little bundle. But I hope it comes through in its entirety. But something Brendan said earlier, I never actually thought about the fact that since Stick of Truth, we did get that proper classification. So
Yeah.
I mean, I hope that they use it, but I don't like our chances.
the R18 actually came out in 2013 before the release, so
Well,
really?
shit.
Stick of Truth was
I
rated
could have
R.
sworn it. I could have sworn it was only MA.
Nope, it was
See what happens when I listen to Brendan.
see,
Good
while we have him
things
here,
happen.
he hasn't got very good points, but he always looks things up for us and backs us up with facts. That's why he's here.
Yes, yes. Fact check.
He doesn't distract
makes
you
one
with
of us.
gorgeous beards.
I'm going to admit this.
Benny, what? How excited are you for this game?
I'm pretty excited. I love Stick of Truth. I love everything South Park. I watch them as soon as they come out in the States. Anything South Park, I'm all over. I love it. It's fantastic. It's been one of my favorite shows since it first aired. We talked about it earlier. It started when I was 14. I've loved it ever since then. For 20 years, I've been watching this show. I can't wait to play some more South Park.
Sweet.
The combat looks great. It's evolved from what it was in Stick of Truth. Everything about it looks fantastic. If there's more Chin Pokemons and more other
Pokemon.
more super fart moves and
I
things
want
like
Shu.
that, I'm excited.
Now, Brendan, we know you're pretty excited about it. After playing it, more or less excited about it.
I'm still the same amount of excited because I
Yeah.
really enjoyed my time on Stick of Truth, and there's more of the things that make Stick of Truth great in this. But as Andrew touched on before, the fact that there's grid-based combat where you can move around the board and sort of take cover and things like that is pretty cool. But there's a few enemies that you come across that are exempt from that sort of grid-based movement where they can just sort of free move in between abilities as well. So there's this cool little dynamic where you're not only always going to be on the offensive, you'll be sort of tactically moving around or bracing yourself to defend and things. It's I like it. It's a simple looking game, but it's deep.
And it looks real smooth, doesn't it?
Yeah, like after the opening credits or the opening cutscenes, I sort of stood there for 10 seconds thinking it was still the cutscene, and then the lady beside me goes, "Oh, you can play now," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck, sorry, no worries, I'm an idiot," and then get moving. Like it's
actually heard that-
seamless transition.
I actually heard that
Yeah.
all of the character movements and all that stuff were all like handcrafted.
Yeah, it's all been
Individually.
hand animated, they're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes it look even better.
Yeah, so
Every stripper's flabby ass and all of it, or the condom on the ceiling, all hand drawn to
Oh.
perfection.
That's definitely the strip club near Rockdale, I think.
Yeah.
So I've been told.
I thought it was the one out at Fishwick.
Nah, closed down.
Damn it.
Oh, no.
That's my old watering hole.
Who knows?
Sensations. Rest in peace.
Oh, there's the MCM now. Or CMC, sorry.
CMC? Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's all good. Josh to the rescue. So we've all mentioned the tactics or the restyled gameplay. Who wants to take us through exactly what is involved in this new type of gameplay that they're bringing to the Fractured Butthole? Come on, Benny.
No.
I don't know. Just the fact you got these super moves. I mean, you go back and you can actually look at the gameplay footage from Gamescom last year, where they show your super move in like your origin stories, and like so the gameplay I think IGN had up from Gamescom. You pick a speedster. They only showed like 3 of the character classes you could choose, and he's got a speed move where he throws 3 million punches at the bad guys in one round. And then there's another one where they show Kyle, who's the human kite, doing these triple laser beams from orbit and blowing up like all the bad guys and Mysterion included and everything like that in one hit. So I think there's some really cool options there for super moves. Timmy's like a psychic sort of Professor X type guy. And, it's like, come here! Hey, Eric, I'm invading your mind. It's just cool stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to like the little dynamics that they put on the humor for the characters into the combat, and just the number of variances they can put in there, especially if you add the super fight moves into the new kid character as well.
I like how movement and positioning is actually a really key part of it, because some tactics games, they don't introduce the whole concept of flanking. So in D&D, flanking is like, I'm on one side of the enemy, you're on the other side. Whereas in this, if you got a character on either side and using moves that like push the other character, you can do like combos in that sense. Mm-hmm. If you looked at the gameplay we saw from E3 in the strip club, where you fight those 2 drunk guys, they actually knocked him into the table for more damage. So you can use the environment, you can use positioning. Different moves do different things to help you like position yourself and do all that kind of stuff. There's like delayed effects from like shock attacks. You can freeze them in place with freeze attacks. There's so much into it. Like, what I'm really excited for is that it looks like it has a good amount of depth. You know what I mean? Like, it's not simple, and that makes me moist.
Again, that's good. I like that.
I love the reference to freeze attacks.
No.
Now, Brendan, these guys are pretty spot on with what they're saying about the gameplay. It felt pretty in-depth.
Yeah, I probably can't add too much to what the guys have just said.
Yeah.
Like, it just feels like you got more control on the battlefield. Like using those sort of grid blocks around the battlefield, sort of moving in and out of danger. As Andrew said again, combining your sort of party members to do sort of bulk damage or hit them into an object within the environment. It's so good. It is so good. Like you are playing episodes of South Park. That's what it feels like. It feels like you've got a season on your telly and you've got a controller deciding what happens on the screen. It's fantastic.
I think in some of the footage I saw as well, you can do like throw moves, so you can throw the enemy characters as well across the screen or to a different pile to set up the combos, can't you?
Yeah.
Similar to the jump attacks, I guess, with the rabbits.
Yeah.
I knew you were
can throw
going
the
there.
character. Yeah.
See, look at that. Brilliant minds working together, or brilliant beards working together. Either one.
See, this is why we're on 8-bit together.
Now, obviously, South Park's known for its story. The story in this one looks pretty freaking
Really?
hilarious. Yes.
I thought it was known for its crudeness.
Yeah, that too.
It's the most intelligent cartoon on television.
It is.
Oh God, yes.
In my opinion.
Way above. It actually.
That and Rick and Morty.
Okay, those two.
Nah.
Oh, come on.
Andrew, do
I
you
love
wanna
Rick and Morty though.
Andrew, do you want to take us through the story
Damn it, Rory.
behind the Fractured Butthole with we're bringing the superheroes into it and basically what it's about?
So from my understanding, they've kind of just decided to stop playing fantasy and start playing superhero.
It's almost like the next day, I believe, from
Yeah,
what
they're
they said.
trying to cash in. Cartman's got this elaborate plan to have his own cinematic universe.
Starting with Netflix series.
Yeah.
Complete with phases and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's typical South Park playing on real life stuff. And yeah, I don't know what else. I haven't really seen a lot of this. All I know is that you're just the same kid, and then you just be a superhero, and then you gotta do you pick a side, or do you are you forced on one side?
From
Yeah,
what I've
I'm not
seen, I
sure.
think you start on Cartman's side again,
Yeah.
and then you go to.
Do you
Could
get,
you-
do you get to
You
pick?
get to choose.
Because that would be
later
cool.
on.
I didn't get to in like any of the menus I played with. There was no choice, so
Yeah.
You
'Cause
just
it's
got
pretty
to play
much
with Scott Malcolmson.
It's DC versus Marvel is what they're
Yeah.
setting up. The
Yeah.
whole town splits down the middle. Now,
I
I
think
think
you get to pick. 'Cause that'd be cool. Maybe down the road you get to choose which team you go with.
Marvel
And then that affects the
all
story.
fucking day.
well, especially if they're talking about movies and all that kind of stuff. We don't want to go down the DC route of movies. But anyway, now, Benny, I think you were mentioning the Gamescom footage from last year, which is the one that
Yeah.
stood out for me. The origin story in that. Now, he wakes up pretty much still as in the fantasy
Well,
world.
No. He's kind of still in the fantasy world, and then he's wearing like a crown and a cape. You got to find the code to get into Eric's basement, where they've got the Coon and Friends hideout, obviously. You get down there, and then Cartman says, "Oh, I'll give you a new. You got to have an origin story. You got to have a tragic childhood memory that
I love the story he gets.
starts." Yeah, and the story with the speeds. I don't know if they're all the same because I haven't seen like multiple variances of the footage, but the speedster one is like you're too late to find that your dad is having sex with your mum.
Well, I hope he's
The
not
man
the
that you
speedster.
trusted is fucking your mum. Which is typical
Well,
South Park humor.
And it's like it's like Stick of Truth, where you're actually
Yeah.
fighting on the bed that they're having sex on.
sex on. Yeah, exactly. So there's all these stupid little references and things like that to other episodes of South Park, and yeah, it just looks with the origin story. So I'm hoping there's a different origin story for each like hero class that you can pick.
I'd
Because
hope
it
so
looked
too.
like there was like 9 or so. I'd say.
There's 12. There's 12
Well,
classes.
Yeah, so I'm hoping each one has a different thing. So, because that's what I liked about the Stick of Truth. You could be warrior, rogue, or wizard, or a Jew, and each one of them you got different jokes for when you're with Cartman. So, I hope they expand more on that and give you more variances of the jokes just because you chose a different option.
Do you think that'll mean multiple playthroughs for you in different characters, or different?
If there is variances and there's new jokes to laugh at, fuck yeah.
Okay, sweet. Sounds like there's a lot of hours in this game again. I don't want to play it. I don't have that much time.
Yes,
in my
you
life.
do. Yes, you
I
do.
don't have that much
You're
time.
missing out on it. It's so good.
I know I'm missing out. I've got other games coming up which we're going to talk about in a couple of weeks' time. But so what other aspects have we, or do you want to bring up on the episode, boys, NPC boys? Is there anything else that's exciting you about this game, or anything we've sort of missed or gone over quickly? Or we really
No, I
covering?
think superhero tactics. I think that's what I'm just interested in the most. Just the story carrying on from Stick of Truth. Same, as long as it's got the same style, which it looks like it does, and it plays just like a giant episode and has some really crazy shit, like the abortion scene. Oh my god! Anyway,
The Nazi zombies and
Oh.
everything else. And the Canada level.
That was so good.
That was awesome.
8-bit Canada level.
Yeah.
Ah, French Canada. It's the best kind of Canada.
Like,
Best Canada all around.
how do you think the fart system? Because they implemented that in Stick of Truth. Like, how is it gonna affect combat in this game?
I haven't
Maybe you
seen
could use it
anything
to launch yourself over.
I haven't
Like in
seen
Rabbit.
anything for the combat
Yeah, me neither.
things yet for the farts, but for the world traversal, like you can call in Human Kite to pick you up and jump up walls and things like that using your fart power while he carries you with his kite.
So you think-
Brendan, you'd probably know. Could you use your farts in combat?
I didn't really see any of that. It was more so just the standardized abilities. I think the class I had was like the Brutalist, which was sort of like just a melee, punch and smash type of subclass, like sort of akin to the Thing or the Hulk, I guess, depending on which side of Marvel and DC do they fall on. Oh, no, they're both Marvel. Sorry, ignore me.
Yeah.
Either way, they're just big brutes, and that's what I was using. Yeah, they said I asked her about the farts, and she was a bit non-committal. I don't know if they just don't want to sort of disclose too much on it, or if she just didn't know and didn't care. But yeah,
Okay.
it was awkward though asking her about farts. You know, as a 30-year-old man talking about farts in a
You
video
thought
game.
she was cute, didn't you?
She wasn't bad. She wasn't the worst thing I saw that day.
I'm just going through the key features here quickly. It's saying that at night you get to actually be the alter ego, and then during the day you basically
You're just normal school kid, yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you'll be able to go around South Park at night, which looks like it'd be pretty cool to get around, and it's talking about the seedy underbelly of South Park, which will be interesting to see.
Professor Chaos.
Mint berry crunch.
Now, Josh, before we go on to our positives and negatives and whether we're going to get this game, which obviously everyone's going to, any other things that you've missed in your walk around on the web at the moment?
Not really, no. But I was just sort of looking in because you guys mentioned the link there with the Stick of Truth, and it looks like that someone's done a sneaky little mod that you can get an uncensored Stick of Truth.
Ooh.
Wow,
To
there
the
you go.
Steam version, I guess it is.
Yeah, Steam version, so you'd have to get it on PC. But yeah, there's a sneaky little mod in there, and it doesn't go against any terms of services or anything like that. So
There you go. If you want to
There you
play Stick of Truth in all its glory, then get that mod.
I
So
am
I'll-
downloading it now.
I will be picking up Stick of Truth when I get paid.
It was on
can
sale
play
on
for
the
that.
Steam sale
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
$4, wasn't it?
It was.
It was like $8,
yeah.
I think. It's close to $8.
Oh,
It's a
no.
coffee.
It's what is it? It's 33 American, so it's not too bad still.
It's pretty much on a flash sale every other couple of weeks anyway, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be picking that up.
And I'm pretty sure Ubisoft was doing a deal. If you pre-ordered the original, you get the Stick of Truth. But that's probably
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
by now.
But they've sent they because of the delays with the release, they pulled the pre-orders and subsequently removed your access to the downloaded free version of
Wow.
Stick of Truth.
Jerks.
Yeah.
Those dirty dogs.
Thanks, Ubisoft.
Yeah, wow.
Fucking Eve Gilmont, you bastard.
I can't believe we've done so many Ubisoft games already. This is ridiculous. We've got to stop doing them very soon.
I wonder if this one's going to have a helicopter crash in it.
What's
Haven't
that?
you got a podcast based just on Ubisoft games?
Yes.
From a certain universe?
Yes, we do.
People are going to start talking about me in a bad way soon, I think. Actually, they already do, so it doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Fuck them.
Yes, exactly right. Let's start with the one who
No, they
knows
might like
least, and we'll work up to the one who knows most. So, Josh, what are your positives and negatives on this game?
Well, positive obviously is a South Park game.
Yep.
I played the one from the N64. Can't remember what that was called,
Wow.
but it was absolutely horrible.
Yes,
but
I
it
remember
was
that one.
great
Yeah,
fun.
it's a first-person shooter.
Yeah,
It was terrible. Yeah.
it was terrible, but it was also fun. And yeah, like the rest of the guys here, I've watched South Park for quite
Did you
a
like the
number
singer?
of years. The what?
Did you like to sing it? About the moon
Yeah.
and the tuna and the springer?
Yeah, of course. Fuck you.
Do you see any negatives for this game at this stage?
The Australian ratings board. That's
Yeah.
going to be a negative, I reckon.
You do?
There's going to be stuff that's going to be censored in some manner.
Take a guess what that game on the Nintendo 64 was actually called without Googling it.
South Park.
Yes, it was just called South Park.
Was it?
That's it.
I thought it had a little extra to it, but there you go.
Wow.
The 64?
And it was very poorly received by critics
Yep, not
No.
surprised.
on the PC and PlayStation, but the 64 was apparently deemed positive.
And who published it?
There you go.
Appaloosa Interactive, apparently, but done by Acclaim and Iguana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. We know all the knowledge here, people. That's it. Okay, Alex and Andrew, what are your positives, negatives, and should people be hyped about this?
Yeah, I reckon there should be. Like, in terms of positives, I think the game, I feel like it's already been said. Like,
Yeah.
it's like playing an episode of the cartoon, but with like a controller in it. It's
Yeah.
almost like you choose your own adventure almost. In terms
Remember
of
those
negative,
books? Fuck,
Right,
I used to love
dude.
those books.
That was so good.
Turn to page 28. Oh, I don't like that. I'll turn back on that the other way.
You would have been about 3 though when they came out, wouldn't you? Or when you-
The Goosebumps
Yeah.
ones are the best.
in terms of negatives, I want to say I just agree. Like it's probably going to be the ratings board that ruins it for everybody, or for every Australian anyway. So
Okay.
So my big positive is it's everything I loved about Stick of Truth, but they switched it over to superhero and tactics. So I'm in. But my only negative is that I want it and I want it now and I don't have it now.
And you should have had it now because it should have been out a long time ago.
Don't remind me.
Benny, positive, negatives, and hype. This.
Positives, it's more South Park.
Yeah.
Actually, just as we've been talking about positives and negatives, I'm thinking part of the reason maybe it was delayed was because Trump got elected president.
ooh,
Oh, they're gonna.
They wanted to put some Trump jokes in there. Now that I think about it,
Yeah, probably.
But that doesn't take a year to put them in.
I don't know.
Maybe
It's
they
Matt
had a
Trey
lot.
Parker. They always leave everything to the last minute. So, but the yeah. So I'm thinking positive. It's more South Park. So I get more South Park jokes, more of that great South Park style that I love. Everything about South Park. Negative, yeah. Again, the ratings board and the fact that we should have been playing it by now. We're supposed to come out in December. I'm disappointed we haven't got it yet. It was one of my most anticipated for last year, and still haven't
Well, it
got
still is.
Such a weird release date window, though. Like when
was.
they said December 6th, I'm like, what games come out in December?
it.
Rainbow Six Siege. Far Cry 3.
Yeah,
You know, some of the best
man.
games of all time.
Stop talking about Ubisoft. Stop it.
Final Fantasy 15.
Actually,
Okay.
speaking of Ubisoft,
Yeah.
Steep Winter Olympics
last
comes out in
guy.
September this year as well. So.
Oh, fuck me. I nearly fell off my chair when they announced that at the press conference.
In excitement, that's good to hear. Good to
Yeah, I
hear.
know me, huh?
Slid straight up. I was that moist, you know. But you don't slide off these AK racing chairs.
Oh, you're just not moist enough.
That's it.
Nah, mate. If you can see it right now.
Brendan,
I'm
what's
sitting
your
in a kiddie pool.
positives, negatives, and obviously people should be hyped about this.
Yeah, it's great. It plays well. It looks great. More South Park. It's twice the size of Stick of Truth.
Yes,
And if I remember right, I think Stick of Truth took me about 20, 25 hours to finish, I think. So if I'm getting 40, 50 hours of game time in the South Park universe, fucking yes. Negative is that the Nostulus Rift never became a thing you could actually buy.
Reality.
Yeah,
I'm
I
actually
wanted
glad
to
we
play
didn't
this
get
game
anything
copping
last
farts
year.
as I played.
Now, none of you boys, any of you boys at PAX last year?
Yeah, we're at PAX every year.
Did you get to use that at the booth last year?
No.
I unfortunately
wish.
didn't either, so that was good.
It was at EV Games last year
Yeah.
as well, but we didn't
Oh,
go
was it?
into South Park when we were there. No.
It wasn't nice.
Oh,
I
well.
guess nobody knows about it.
That happened, people. That did happen.
that was a stinker.
Oh, fuck.
I'll give as positives. Pretty much what everyone else has said. It looks like a pretty in-depth tactical game, which is pretty cool, and more of that, the better. The negative I have, which no one's mentioned, is it's coming out in a very busy part of the year. Is it going to go up against the other games?
I don't give a fuck. I'm still buying it.
Like October 17th, you got Shadow of War. Destiny's in the middle of its Destiny 2 cycle. You've got a handful of other games which you're going to cover in the next couple of episodes coming out. It's not going to get overshadowed, do I think?
I don't think so. It's got its own unique universe and voice compared to those other games.
It's got a
Universe.
niche market that people that love South Park are going to get it regardless anyway. Especially fans like us.
The real
That's
question is, everything else is going to get overshadowed.
Well, that's my other thing. It's 50 hours I don't have, but I understand
Yeah.
look, it's great value. It's going to be really good. So it's definitely something you all should be hyped about out there. I just wanted to quickly touch on something, follow up from a previous episode before we go into the closing out of the episode. Brendan, you can talk to me about this because you're excited about this. I know you are. Shadow of War.
What?
We can
Yeah.
now bring our nemesis and friends forward from the Shadow of Mordor.
Hell fucking yeah, you can. What is that noise I keep hearing? What is that? Is that from my...
That's his voice.
I think that's my computer doing that. Ignore me. Sorry. I'm just freaking out over here, man.
He's hearing voices.
It's all in his head, people.
back.
So,
His
yeah,
nemesis trying to come back.
we've already covered
Yeah,
Shadow of War,
so-
so I just wanted to cover this quickly for those people who listen to it regularly.
Am I saying this or are you
Yeah,
saying
why
this?
not?
Sorry.
Go for it. Just go for it. Just talk. I'm tired.
So the latest patch for Shadow of Mordor has, I'm pretty sure it's released as of now.
Yeah.
And they've brought in a thing called the Nemesis Forge. So you can go in, install this new patch, go to this forge, and you can allocate or select or obtain your biggest rival or your biggest quote unquote nemesis, and
so it's
also
only one of each? Or you
yeah,
can-
so you've got your main offsider that was helping you throughout the game for the most of your time, and your biggest nemesis, and that will follow you into Shadow of War in October, which is it's a great little thing that they're doing with that. I think it's fucking genius.
It is. Like, that's something that no one else, like, I can't even think of where it'd be applicable, but, like, no one brings safe games forward except for, like, Mass Effect and things like that, but, like, this is going to be cool. And do you
Mass
think...
Effect.
Yeah, we won't go there. Do you think that the delay was to get Bruce into the game more?
I didn't get delayed. What do you mean?
Yeah, it was end of
It got
August.
delayed about 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the only thing I can think of is that the Bruce was not in there enough, and they had to rewrite some more lines for Bruce to go into the actual game itself.
Yeah, he was the standout in that trailer. And then playing through that again at E3, sort of just reliving exactly that trailer. It's just even better. Just laughing your head off with that little bit of Australiana they try and throw in there.
So, look, if you didn't listen to that episode, go back and listen to it. I think it's episode 3. If you didn't pick it up in the Steam sale for $4, you're an idiot. And you...
It was also on sale and free on Steam the weekend.
Oh, was it? There you go. You'll get plenty of deals between now and launch. Definitely don't miss out on that and get your Nemesis and bring them forward. I heard you could get Douchebag or something was one of the Nemesis options, or Daryl the Douche or
I didn't
something.
read anything.
I never come across Daryl the douche in my battle, so I can't confirm nor deny.
I heard he was in the matrix of different options or someone like that. There was definitely a douche in there. So let's start wrapping this up. If we finish a little bit early, we can. Where can people find you, Josh, and what are you up to at the moment? What are you excited about at the moment, more importantly?
You can find me at king_trauma on Twitter. Currently, I'm up to Sweet FA, aside recording some stuff here and there.
What happened to your 500 YouTube videos you were going to record?
That's what I was just talking about.
They're coming. They're coming.
You probably won't see them for a while, but getting in and recording some shit.
Yep.
As for what's coming up, it's only a few more days until the Destiny 2 beta.
Yes.
So,
I can't believe that's so close already.
although I've got to wait till the open beta because I haven't pre-ordered.
Yeah, I'll pre-order between now and then, unfortunately.
I won't.
What
Actually,
dates?
that's
What
so-
date is the open? What date's the closed beta start again?
18th US time, so 19th our time.
Yes.
But actually, just on that topic, if you're getting pre-orders, you might need to order them digitally or online because a lot of local stores near me, anyway, are sold out.
Okay.
Of,
Of the
or
pre-order
you're
codes.
just gonna get or normal
Yeah,
edition.
I'll
So if
probably
you want any
get-
of the like collectors or special editions or whatever they're doing, you're gonna have to order it online.
I've got the limited edition on pre-order already, but I haven't got a code for it. But I'm half tempted to give that away because I can't afford it. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So that's it, Josh. Andrew and Alex, you can go either order. Shout out some plugs. What do you got?
Well, we stream every day 6:30 Australian Standard Time, and I'll be trying to finish the Crash trilogy. We got our Nuzlocke run. We've just got 8 badges, so we're going to the Pokemon League. So we're probably going to lose all our Pokemon there.
Probably.
And
I reckon we're doing alright. We've lost like maybe 2 at the moment, so
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
and then And we might play some more Heroes of the Storm during the week. Podcast comes out on Wednesday, and Evo is on this weekend, so I'll be like a hermit. I took Monday off work, so I'm just gonna be like curled up in my bed watching Street Fighter and Tekken and Injustice 2 and Guilty Gear. It's everywhere. So it's gonna be good.
Too much energy for this time of night.
It's the hype train, baby! Woo!
It's actually the cocaine.
Send some my way.
You look like you got some in your beard.
That comes with wise and knowledge, my friend. You'd know, but
I wouldn't have a clue.
Now, Benny, what's Alex? Sorry, I forgot you hadn't talked to.
I was gonna say you can find us at a couple of NPCs on Instagram, Twitter, social medias, whatever, Twitch. You can find me personally at BlueShift77. You can find him at aclay1788.
Oh my god, yeah, let me just promote myself without telling people where to go. Wow.
We never said we were good at
Teamwork
this.
makes the dream work.
That's it.
yuck.
Benny, give us your stuff.
You can find me on the Twitters at thespawny13, and you can see me on the Facebook and Twitters for We Are 8-Bit, and the Twitch, and everything else is at We Are 8-Bit as well. Get some cool shirts. We're plugging the shit out of our shirts at the moment on the Twitter and the Facebook. We got really cool designs. We've got more coming. I think the Link one was the last one.
It was.
Yes.
Yeah, Brendan's got more in the fire. I'm sure he's ready to talk about. And we've also just got a new affiliate thing with AK Racing. And
Oh my god, you killed it!
I'll let Brendan fill you in on the AK Racing deal.
Anything you're excited about before we go to Brendan? Anything that's coming up that you're looking forward to?
Anything that I'm excited? I don't know, if we play more Heroes of the Storms with those NPC boys, we have some fun where we go.
That was so fun.
Those Heroes of the Storm streams are some of the funnest streams I ever have. Not because we get a huge number in the audience, but because just playing that
We act
game,
like
we just act like idiots, and it's hilarious. And
Which is no different than normal.
And we're seeing a lot
but
of
we do it
pages
live.
leave.
Yeah, do it live, share it. It's fun, great. I love it.
Okay, Brendan, tell us about these shares and what you've got going on and where people can find you.
Mate, we got it all going on, brother. All going on. We'll get the chairs out of the way. Yeah, we've partnered up with AK Racing. If you go to AK Racing via their socials on Twitter or akracing.com.au on the interwebs, get yourself a sweet chair for gaming or just leisure comfort like this. You know, my posture is probably as good as it's ever been using this thing. Purple Overture is the way to go. Use the code 8bit, ATEBIT on checkout. Find me at Brendan8bit. Literally every social media all fits in there. YouTube.com/We Are 8bit for all the video content. We've got some pretty cool Z-Town recap footage that'll be going up this week.
Oh, I can't wait to see that.
Which we went to over the weekend, which was 1,000 people in a zombie apocalypse. It was fucking insane. I don't know if we're meant to swear too much, so apologies, because I've been swearing a fair bit.
It's
well,
explicit.
fuck.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sweet.
Can
Yeah.
you just give us a little bit more rundown on how much fun that Z-Town was?
It was about 100 funds.
Yeah.
That sounds like all the fun.
Yeah,
What
it was a
what
fort
Nerf
like
gun were you packing?
I don't have it handy. Should see the darts I shoot, mate. I had a battery powered machine gun, and you actually had to hold a button in to charge up the chamber, and then you could fire, and it was just automatic. It was
wow.
like 25 rounds in the clip. Fucked up a lot of zombies, but the annoying thing, don't want to go too far down this story, but you know when you play any games like this and it's like, no, I got you, no, you got me.
Yeah.
Like there's so many wankers like that where I'm like, dude, I shot you, and he's like, no, you didn't. Or he's like, no, I tagged you, you're dead now. And I'm like,
Even
fuck
in
off.
paintball, it's like, I shot you. You had the paint mark there. They're like,
Yeah.
no, that wasn't you.
That's what I was going to be worried
But
about with it. We need paintballs and actually fucking hurt some people with some paintballs.
I've started planning a podcasty paintball day, so
Ooh.
I'll let you know dates soon, but it'd be cool to get everyone in because I'd love to shoot a lot of you guys.
Can we do melee?
You could try.
I'll be down in Sydney town weekend after next, but that's too early, so it's not going to help you.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm at Avcon
Yeah.
that weekend.
That's
Oh yeah, anyone listening or in Adelaide looking for something to do weekend after next, Avcon's on. It's a 2-day event, gaming, geek culture, cosplay, second biggest showcase of indie games in Australia behind only PAX.
Wow. That sounds
Nice.
cool. And that's it. Nothing you're excited about besides AFCON and these videos.
I'm excited to be able to play my consoles again because I've been living
yeah.
out of a suitcase for like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I've built in this new house is the entertainment unit, and then set up my TV and consoles. So I'm
And
going to go
what's the
play games after this.
First game you're going to play on the Real Boys consoles?
Fuck.
Maybe
Maybe.
plus Horizon.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably where I'm going to go because I got that juicy PS4 Pro going into my sexy LG OLED, and Horizon is the best looking game in the universe in that combination.
Are you
I'm getting
gonna do
hard
that-
Thinking about it now.
That really,
Oh, you're gonna play ultra hard?
yeah, ultra
Yeah.
hard mode.
I'm going to try it. I'll probably get angry and throw my controller, but I'll try it.
Because you can't lower the difficulty level once you start with that either. Wow.
Hard cap, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
No
listening to
stalkers are a bitch in normal mode too.
yeah, I was listening to something today how it obviously released the same time as Zelda, and then they've had every update. It's almost been identical. And Zelda's just had their
Oh my God,
hardcore
that's
mode
shit.
come out, except for they're charging for it, where Horizon's not. But anyway, let's not go into DLC too much in this episode.
Damn you, Nintendo!
Let's
Twinsies.
wrap this thing up. I am Wilco. You haven't heard from much this episode because that's what you like to hear. You get me at Wilco's Chill Zone. You get me at ultrasupermega.com.au. That's where all the other stuff is. We've got Ultra Super Mega on Twitter, on Twitch. No, not on Twitch, but on YouTube. That's the one. We're on Facebook as well, Ultra Super Mega Games. So that's where all our stuff lives. I am excited for... We've got Minecraft happening this Friday night. So AGPN Fight Night is Minecraft Creative Mode. Brendan's not going to be joining us, but a few others will be. So I haven't announced it yet, but so this is a grand announcement. So we're doing creative mode. We're going to draw or make some things. It'll probably end up being penises, but
Penises.
Hell yes.
basically
I'm
you
like
get...
a master of drawing penises.
Okay, it'll be
Build
free for all.
snowman.
We are going to do voting on
It-
Facebook afterwards.
Seriously,
so...
it's like Jonah Hill's character from Superbad. That's him.
Oh, sweet. You're in. If you can get...
Big veiny bastard.
you-
Build all the snowmen.
So yeah, that's happening. Other than that, we've got our own Ark server as well now, so we're playing Ark most of this week when we're not happening. And the Megacast.
What's the other thing we're doing?
What?
Oh, Sammy's in chat saying we're doing some other thing on Friday night. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. He's doing something on Friday night, but don't worry about him. Sammy, he's out of the podcast now.
This Friday. What am I doing this Friday?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, he's doing something.
I'm in Brisbane. I'm in Brisbane. I go to Brisbane tomorrow till Friday.
Well, there you go.
Do you ever stay in Sydney?
No,
It's not really.
Fergus.
Yeah, I fly to Brisbane tomorrow.
there you go. That'll be exciting for you. It's beautiful up here at the moment.
Hell yeah.
But I've forgotten where I was. You've taken me completely off track, but that's okay. Megacast turns
Yep.
50 next week. We're skipping this week. 50th episode next week, so pretty excited about that as well. But other than that, this has been the Super Hype Train. We're super_hype train on Twitter. And yeah, thank you for joining us. And we will be back next week with a double episode of Absolver and Cuphead. So you have the boys talking about those two lovely looking indie sort of games. And then following up with Destiny 2 the following week with all our beta impressions as well. So keep it locked here, and we will catch you all next week. Stay hyped.
Hype train!
Much love, stay hungry.
Ah, this guy.
Lucky we get